the second time out of the half for the Bearcats. Again, it's been a rough night, but finish it off, get the bad taste out of your mouth, get on the bus with more than 7 points. That would be definitely a good thing. Try to get something out of this drive.
Yeah, and I really feel like we've got to get something. It's been very dismal, to say the least. Haven't given the Bearcats a chance to really stand up and have a lot of excitement. And I think some motivation going into next week is highly needed.
Of course, you do have the long week. I think you'll get another day at least added to that. So how much do you think that had anything to do with this, or you just think this Graham team is good and we were just a little off tonight?
I think that we were much more than a little off, and I think this Graham team is – you got to play near perfect to beat them, and we were very, very far from it.
Going to get the clock back winded up and going as Coach Jamie Lathrop has now been subbed out, and they're turning the backup quarterback here. Handoff up the middle. This is Bradley, and he's met there. Now getting some snaps, Gage Richard, the sophomore quarterback. So they decided to make a big change here. They've brought in almost an entirely new offense. Trying to figure out what offensive lineman they want to send out there. They're sending in a lot of young guys. Minute 18 and counting as Richard is now the quarterback. And this is, Graham, talk about their offense all you want, but they've held a Virginia High offense. Their defense has held Virginia High to just 7 points, and this is a team that was averaging 30 points a game. Keeper here from Richard, and he's met for a loss. Cats going backwards after making the replacement substitutions. He lost 2 yards. We'll bring up 3rd down and 14. Or 15, that is, pardon me. Just letting the clock run. 37 seconds on the clock. It's good to get these guys some snaps, even late in the ball game, and especially take the hits off of Lathrop, as Richards will just take it off to the right side, and he's brought down for a loss 5 yards there, and he'll bring up 4th down, but that should do the game as there's 19 seconds on the clock. Now 15. It looks like that'll probably do it. Coach Christ taking off the headsets, got the hands in his pockets. Don't know if you run another play, and it doesn't look like they will, and a tough loss tonight as the Cats unable to get a whole lot going. As Coach Christ walks the team right down the 50, getting ready to shake hands with Graham. 45-7 the final score. No points in that fourth quarter of action. Neither team able to get a whole lot going there in the fourth, and big win for Graham as they'll head into a matchup, a big rivalry matchup, one of the new coming rivalries in this district between the G-Men and the Blue Tornado. They'll play them next week, while Virginia High will host Lebanon, and they have a date with Marion coming up 2 weeks from tomorrow. So with that, let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the Bearcat post-game report brought to you by Shoney's at Exit 5 in Bristol. 45-7 the score. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back here on Bearcat Radio.
Hi, I'm Matt Kenseth. You don't have to be a race car driver to know that life can be full of drama. Some of it you can't control, like mechanical issues, high winds, and rain delays. But there's some drama you can skip.
Skip the drama that comes with not having your high school diploma or equivalency. Find free adult education classes near you and finish your diploma. Visit finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org.
You just need to take that first step and find free classes near you, and leave the drama for the racetrack.
Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ed Council.
Welcome back to the Bearcat post-game report brought to you by Shoney's in Bristol. Tough loss here, 45-7. Just a dominant performance by the Graham G-Men. They move to 6-1, and they win their third district game of the year. And for Virginia High, they dropped to 5-2, still a good record, and they dropped to 1-1 in the Southwest District. A lot left to play for. That's not a game breaker here. We expected a tough fight. Of course, the offense definitely did not show up, and the defense for Graham was stout. So all in all, it just was a perfect setting for Graham to get their third district win of the year.
And this Graham team, I think you got to hang your hat on them more than a lot of things. They're a very, very athletic bunch, very physical bunch. have a lot of talent on that sideline. Going to be very, very tough to beat no matter where they play and how they play them.
Yeah, and again, they got a big game coming up next week against Richlands, who beat them twice last year, the only 2 losses they had. So I know they've had that game circled for a long time, and they get them on the road at Richlands. So it'll be a tough one there. And Virginia High will be at home against Lebanon, and then Marion. They'll host them back-to-back weeks. 7 o'clock kickoffs. We hope you tune in next week. Again, we have Bearcat Sports Chat coming up on Wednesday. We'll have Coach Chris, maybe. If not, we'll have an assistant coach coming on with us to talk to us and a couple of players. So come on out to Buffalo Wild Wings in Bristol. We have a fun time. Look forward to that Lebanon game coming up on Friday night. But with that, we're going to go off the air from Bluefield. We're going to cut off a regularly scheduled post-game show because we are running from a hot spot on a phone here without our internet wasn't working for us. So we're going to go ahead and sign off. We thank you for tuning in to Bearcat Radio as the Cats drop this one 45-7. And what do you say, Mark?
Good night. Go Cats, and God bless.
So with that, we'll go off the air. We hope to see you Wednesday at Buffalo Wild Wings. If not, tune in from Gene Malcolm or wherever you can listen to from on Friday night as they take on the Lebanon Pioneers. Thank you and good night from Bluefield. 45-7, Graham gets the win here in West Virginia.
Bearcat Radio is brought to you by State Line Motors. Visit State Line Motors on Euclid Avenue in Bristol.